friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology. In today's video, we are going to cover some very important planetary transits which are going to happen in October 2021, and we will see why this is a very challenging time for India and what we can expect in the months of October and November. So this is the chart as on 22nd October 2021. The reason why I have taken 22nd October is because on 22nd October, Mars transits into the sign of Libra or Tula. Okay, and Mars combines here with the Sun, who has transited in the sign of Libra or Tula on 17th October 2021. So you can see a green circle that shows the planets Mars and Sun in the sign of Libra or Tula. Now in the sign of Tula, the Sun gets debilitated or weak. Mars also is considered weak in this sign. If you see the dispositor of this sign, we know that the sign of Tula or Libra is ruled by Venus. And Venus is also weak and in the sign of Scorpio, conjunct Ketu. So the combination of Venus and Ketu in the sign of Scorpio is shown by the red circle. The next thing we should note is, where is Rahu placed? Rahu is placed in the sign of Taurus, represented by the letters Ra and shown by the orange circle. Now Rahu has moved into the Kritika Nakshatra, and Kritika Nakshatra represents purification, it represents fire, it represents focus, it represents the edge of a sword or a sharp blade. Okay, and when Rahu moves into the Kritika Nakshatra, the portion of the Kritika Nakshatra which lies in the sign of Taurus, it amplifies the qualities of that nakshatra. Okay, now the sign of Taurus is India's ascendant, and the sign of Taurus is the natural second house in the zodiac belt, which represents the luxuries, comforts, skills, okay, all kinds of pleasures. So now Rahu makes us move towards pleasures. Rahu amplifies our desires to gain more and more wealth, more and more finances. It amplifies the materialistic qualities within us. Now earlier, long time back, when the partition of India and Pakistan happened, that is in the year 1947, Rahu was in the sign of Kritika, and therefore Kritika Nakshatra at that time represented the cutting off of the country into two parts, that is India and Pakistan. Later on, in 1966-65, again Rahu was in Kritika, and that time India had to face major wars. In 1991-92, Rahu was in Kritika. That time we saw the great stock market crash. Okay, we saw the great recession in that time. We also saw the murder of prime ministers such as Rajiv Gandhi, which happened in that time. Even in 1966, we lost Lal Bahadur Shastri. So, because this Kritika Nakshatra is ruled by the Sun, Sun represents people in power, people in authority. It represents the government. Rahu amplifies the fire represented by this nakshatra, which means the challenges that the government, the people in power will encounter is also increased manifold. Another thing to look at is, let us look at the ruler of Kritika Nakshatra, that is Sun. You can see Sun is weakly placed in the sign of Libra, and you can also see the ruler of the Taurus sign where Rahu is placed, that is Shukra or Venus. He is also weakly placed in the sign of Scorpio. So Venus is the ascendant lord for India, and Venus plays a very important role in India's future. Now, where is Venus placed? Venus is placed in the sign of Scorpio. For India, the sign of Scorpio is the seventh house, and seventh house represents the opposition. Okay, it represents partnerships with our neighboring countries. So, this is a time period when we will face major challenges from our neighboring countries. Because Mars and Sun are placed in the sixth house in the sign of Libra, which is actually the natural seventh house in the zodiac belt, it represents India is going to face major conflicts or major challenges from neighboring countries. There will be an increase in the terrorist activities. Why is this so? Because Mars and Sun are both weak. Mars and Sun represents undirected anger. Okay, and because this is the sixth house, it represents conflicts, it represents warlike situations which will happen in these 2 months of October and November. Now, why is India's stock market booming right now? You can see where Mercury is placed. Mercury is placed in the sign of Virgo. Okay, Virgo is Mercury's own house. Mercury gets exalted in this house. It is also his Mool Trikona sign. Okay, and therefore Mercury represents what? Mercury represents analytical skills. It represents the stock market. So you are seeing the stock market is just going up. Today as I am speaking, the Sensex has touched 60,000. Now this is not a real rise actually. It is an artificially inflated rise. There are foreign countries, foreign powers who are pumping money into India's stock market. And around December, you will see that this will crash in a major way. Now, why am I saying December? Because by December, Mercury would be in the sign of Scorpio, which indicates a sudden crash now. Okay, so in the month of December, you can expect the stock market to crash. Since Sun and Mars are present in the sixth house for India in the sign of Libra or Tula. Okay, Sun and Mars represents fires. So incident related to fires, explosions, terrorist attacks, all these will increase in this time span of 2 months. Sun is also the fourth lord, which represents the Indian people's happiness. Okay, which represents our motherland. And this fourth lord is weakly placed in the sixth house, conjunct Mars. What does that mean? It means that our country now faces a major threat from foreign insurgents. Okay, there is a high possibility of these people carrying out terror activities. So we need to be very cautious in the next 2 months. Now, one good thing in all these negative things is that Jupiter is aspecting the sign of Taurus, okay, where Rahu is placed, which means Jupiter is aspecting India's ascendant. And therefore, this aspect of Jupiter protects India in a big way. Even if things happen, they will come under control because of Jupiter's aspect on Rahu. Now, till now, both Saturn and Jupiter were retrograde. Okay, that is, they were moving in a backward direction when observed from the Earth. So when planets are retrograde, they are very powerful. Okay, and they make us look inwards. Jupiter is our belief system. Saturn is our karma. And when both these planets are retrograde, it makes us introspect our karma, our belief system, make any changes, any corrections that are needed. So Saturn and Jupiter have given us a long time to think deeply, think where we have gone wrong and make the necessary corrections. However, now on 11th October 2021, Saturn becomes direct. And on 18th October 2021, Jupiter also becomes direct. And they both start moving towards the sign of Aquarius, shown by the two blue arrows in the sign of Capricorn. So now, instead of experiencing that internal turmoil or that internal introspection, events will start manifesting in the outer world. What kind of events are these? Now, what is the sign of Capricorn? The sign of Capricorn represents the government, it represents the hierarchical structures, it represents order, discipline, power, authority. And when both Saturn and Jupiter become direct, there is a major change in power, in authority, in hierarchical structures, in government. Okay, that is, government will now face major challenges if they have not done prior planning. Remember, Pluto is also present in the sign of Capricorn with Saturn and Jupiter. Pluto represents transformation, it represents rising from the ashes. And therefore, Pluto also represents things such as the underworld, terrorists, etc. And when Jupiter and Saturn are with Pluto, these elements are going to become very active. Okay? And governments need to be extremely alert in this time period, because these elements will try to create disharmony in the country. A good thing is our belief system will now have changed. We have introspected our karma and it is now time to act on that karma. So if you are suffering in a job which you don't like, then this combination will force you to move out of that job. If it's a willing change, then it will happen smoothly. But if you still resist that change, then Saturn, Jupiter and Pluto together will bring about such events that will force you to move out of that situation, and that change may be initially very painful for you. The same thing holds true for the government. Corrupt elements within the government, within the systems, will now start getting exposed. You can already see that happening in Mumbai. You can see what has happened in Mumbai. There were many people in power, including a former home minister, a former commissioner, right? And now what has happened? These people are exposed. So why is this happening? This is happening because of Saturn, Jupiter and Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. They are causing major power changes, major structural changes. And in these 2 months, such changes will intensify. More scandals will come out. Another reason for scandals coming out is because Ketu is in the sign of Scorpio. Okay, if Rahu represents illusion, Ketu represents reality, and Scorpio represents hidden things and buried things. Kritika is the nakshatra of the sun, and sun always throws light wherever it sits. Okay, therefore all these scandals are going to come out. When Jupiter and Saturn become direct, okay, and they are with Pluto, certain natural disasters can also occur. You can have storms, you can have earthquakes in this time period. Both Saturn and Jupiter aspect the sign of Cancer or Kark, which represents India's border. And this sign of Capricorn also represents China in a big way. Okay, so we are going to see major changes within China. The sign of Capricorn also represents the economy. So the Chinese economy that may experience some kind of downfall in these 2 months. China may become very aggressive with India. Water disputes may increase because Saturn and Jupiter are aspecting the sign of Cancer. Cancer also represents water. So some kind of dispute with China related to the water, say with respect to the river Brahmaputra, where China will forcefully build dams, those kind of things might happen. And some disputes with China related to water is definitely going to happen with India in this time period. Now let me tell you some good things also. Jupiter's aspect also falls on Mercury in this time period. Mercury represents the intelligence, and therefore even if such terror attacks are planned, the Indian forces intelligence will be wise enough to detect them and take the necessary actions in advance. Nevertheless, these attacks will happen because Mars and Sun are in the 6th house and also aspected by Saturn in this time period. However, Jupiter's aspect on Mercury will reduce the damage. Please do not visit crowded places. Avoid crowded places completely in this time period. Also, I have seen in many newspapers that schools are going to reopen. Okay, the government is also going to open temples, malls, and other places. Now, while this seems to be very good, okay, in this time span, again the corona cases can increase because now Saturn has become direct, Jupiter has become direct, Pluto is with them. Okay, and the same combination was observed around 30th March 2020 when there was a lockdown imposed because of the coronavirus. So we can expect the third wave of corona to intensify in the mid of October. Okay, now this wave has started right from September 14th. The background for this wave has already been set. Okay, and now with Jupiter and Saturn becoming direct, these things will come into play. When the planets were retrograde, they were making us introspect. They were allowing us more time to see where we were going wrong. Now, when they are becoming direct, these things will be actionized. And therefore, in mid of October, you can see the corona cases will increase. In particular, I see China becoming very aggressive in the next 2 months and causing disputes with countries such as India, Taiwan, even Bangladesh and Nepal. Okay, India needs to be extremely careful about malicious elements trying to induce terror activities in the country, and this is a serious alert. People need to be very careful. This is not intended to scare anyone, but people need to be careful in these 2 months. Now, another thing to note is Mercury is in the sign of Virgo. Okay, and Mercury represents our speech, our communication. Virgo is the sign which represents analytical skills. Mercury is the planet which represents debates. Okay, so this is a time period when there will be lot of debates in the media, heated debates. Okay, and Sun and Mars represents anger. So these debates will be intense debates. You will see lot of turmoil in the media, lot of debates in the media in these 2 months. Mercury also represents new things. Okay, and the sign of Virgo is the natural 6th house in the zodiac belt, which represents diseases and conflicts. So new things or new ways will be explored to counter this coronavirus in this time period. So friends, this is my short analysis of major planetary transits happening in the month of October. The period starting from mid-October to 20th November 2021 is a very critical period for India, where the country is bound to experience a lot of challenges. So friends, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon shortly with another video. Till then, bye, take care and stay safe. For any queries or any consultations, please write to us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com. You can subscribe to our channel Kamath Astrology by clicking the subscribe button if you have not done so before. You can also reach us through our website astroseva.tripod.com. So friends, thanks, bye, take care and stay safe.